What do you think? Is this person over here, are they determined? I need you to be able to see. Are they determined? Are they confused? Are they angry? Or are they self-assured? What do you think this person right here is feeling in this moment? Hello there. Welcome in, welcome in. Yes, this is, of course, the How to Be a Human shop. Now, this shop is very specialized, and you, as an extraterrestrial being, don't really know how to interact with humans, correct? Correct, yeah. So, here's what's going to happen, okay? I have 10 questions for you. There is going to be accompanying drawings that's going to be with those questions. You're going to have to determine what kind of emotions are attached to those drawings, okay? And if you're a little confused as to why we would be doing this, this is essentially to test out just how good you are at reading human emotion. Human emotion is very complex. There's a lot of different words, a lot of different different ways to describe the same thing, but each way to describe it has like a different connotation. Yeah. So the reason why we're doing this is that we need to know the baseline of where you're at so that we know how to fix it, right? So after those 10 questions, what we're going to do is I'm just going to do a few zaps in your brain just to adjust a few twerks and whatnot. I think we'll do 5 questions. I'll adjust your brain a little bit, and then we'll do another 5 questions and see if there's a bit more differences, yeah? And of course, there is no right or wrong answer. There is only being heinously incorrect or passing with flying colors, okay? Okay then, well, we'll just go ahead and get started with the first 5 questions, okay? So, over here I have, these are of course generated using our absolute wonderful magician. He lives sort of back, he lives sort of in the back, but don't worry, he generates them as soon as you walk in, he creates them, you know, he has all of this like sort of wizardry going on. It's actually very interesting, but he doesn't like to talk to people, so that's what I'm here for. Okay, so blank page, go ahead and get started, okay? Okay, so, okay, so here is your first question, right? This is the emotion, this is the picture, right? And I need you looking at this to describe what emotion this person would be having. We have a few options here. These are the options that you'll be able to choose from. So in this particular case, we have disappointed, we have upset, we have determined, and we have betrayed. Now, like I said before, words have different connotations, and it doesn't necessarily have a specific right or wrong, but try your best here. You can only pick one, okay? So, and of course, I know an extraterrestrial being, you can't fathom the idea of picking a binary solution to something, you know, but, you know, you live in sort of a non-binary way, you sort of do your things in sort of a non-binary way, but humans tend to live, aside from like it's sort of growing a bit more popular, but I would say that there are still a lot of people that are not very used to the non-binary methods of the extraterrestrial, right? So you're kind of sort of going to need to be able to get used to that, right? So one answer, again, disappointed, upset, determined, or betrayed. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one does this person look like they're having? Okay. All right. So next, we're going to go ahead reveal the next one. Okay, so this is emotion number 2, right? So your options here are pleased, optimistic, confused, or impressed. What would you say this person is having? And by having, of course, I mean in terms of the emotion. What emotion are they having? Right? I'll go over the options again. Pleased, optimistic, confused, or impressed. Here, I'll give you a bit of a closer look here. Okay. Sort of landed on that pretty well. Okay. So next, let's go ahead and shoot. That's 2 out of 10. First 5, right? So here is the third. Okay, yeah. See, it's getting a bit tricky now. So here we have a few options. We have panicked. We have suspicious. We have worried. We also have revengeful. What emotion do you think this person is having right now in this instant, right? And emotions are very they're very complicated, and you can have multiple at the same time, but again, because of the binary situation that humans tend to like to assign, we want you to pick one, the one that you feel is the most appropriate, right? So, what do you think here? And you can see they have smaller eyes. What do you think? Okay. All right. That's pretty good. Okay. Next we have this one. I know it's a bit strange. Sometimes the wizard in the back, he just doesn't know how to make, the when he generates them, and I say generate as if it's like some form of computer thing, but it really isn't. It's just a sort of, I believe he casts a spell. It does take him a few days, and he has to maintain it. So, anyway, yeah, you can say hi to him on your way out, but it doesn't really matter. He's not really going to acknowledge you. Anyway, this person, are they fearful? Are they hurt? Are they embarrassed? Or are they confused? What do you think this person is feeling right now? There's a few markers that can kind of lead you in one direction or the other, but there is, it can go many different ways, right? Fearful, hurt, embarrassed, or confused. What do you think? Oops. There we go. Okay. Wonderful. Then next we have this one. What do you think? Is this person over here, are they determined? I need you to be able to see. Are they determined? Are they confused? Are they angry? Or are they self-assured? What do you think this person right here is feeling in this moment? Okay. Got that in? All right. Okay, then bonus one. Sometimes when the wizard creates sort of the 5, he gets a bit confused as to sometimes the answers just don't really match up, and it creates a little bit of a funky little, what's the word? Sort of like a little glitch in his spell, right? So this is just for our posterity, right? So this last one here. this one. Do you think this person is disgusted, overworked, annoyed, or are they bothered? Right? What do you think this person is feeling? You know, in a really good way, this is sort of like, you know, I am going to fix your brain a little bit in a second, but try to think of it as like, can you relate to these people, right? Because relating to them, I think, is one of the best ways to sort of get at the emotion. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot you are extraterrestrial, so you can't relate to any of this. Okay. Well, do you have an answer? Okay, perfect. Wonderful. So that was 6 down. Now I'm just going to do a bit of tweaking here. Not that kind of tweaking. So what's going to happen is I need you to just sort of stay back, stand still. And I'm going to need, there we go. Okay. So I'm just going to push here. And this is, you know, it's really nice that extraterrestrials really get just like a really easy access panel to their brain. I mean, honestly, that's an evolutionary need. Okay. So just, okay. Okay. Yeah, because from your answers, you know, I'm sort of hearing from the wizard what we think. Okay. Yep, that was the wizard, if you didn't hear that. Sometimes he likes to let everybody know, you know. Okay. Yes, wizard, I understand. Okay. You'll have to ignore him, you know, stuck in the back rooms. Okay. Okay. Now that we've done a few tweaks to your brain, let's just see how you do with the next few questions, okay? Okay. So, we'll start right here. So, over here, we have this one. Take a good look at this person right here. And now, do you think this person is worried? Do you think that they're disappointed? Do you think that they're saddened? Or do you think that they're heartbroken? Here. What do you think this person is feeling? Okay. All right. Are you sure about that? Okay. Yeah, you can sort of see they have the sort of that negative cantle tilt or whatever. Okay. Next, let's go to this one. Okay, so this person right here. See, this one's a little bit tricky because you only get one eye to look at, right? But sometimes people don't give you both eyes, right? Sometimes you look at their sides. Sometimes you don't have all of the information. So you have to take really good guesses, okay? So, do you think that this person here is tired? Do you think that they're resentful? Do you think that they're bored? Or do you think that they're seen? Yes, that's right, seen, sort of like, you know, emo, but of a specific era. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, that is an emotion. Okay. Yeah, so let me go over that again. Are they tired? Are they resentful? Are they bored? Or are they seen? What do you think? Okay. So next we have, oh, would you look at that? The wizard was, okay. So here's the thing. If you're going to go and interact with humans, you are going to have to deal with non-humans. Specifically, there are cyclopses, goblins, trolls, you know, squirrels. Oh my God, squirrels. So you're going to need to be able to read some of the emotions of these different kinds of people, right? They're all people, right? Especially squirrels. So you're going to have to read emotions, right? And this is, again, another test on whether you can read just one eye, right? So when it comes to this particular gentleman, do you think that they're bursting? Do you think that they're rageful? Do you think that they're angry? Or do you think that they're revengeful? 1, 2, 3, or 4. What do you think? Okay. All right. Okay. Next we have. Like I said before, there's many different beings, right? And so nothing better than a cat to hide their emotions. And this is sort of a really good test, right? Especially because we've done a few tweaks to your brain. We figured out sort of what we needed to do. So let's see if it's paid off. This particular individual, do you think that they are loving? Do you think that they're hateful? Do you think that they're bored? Or do you think that they're playful? What do you think this cat is feeling? Loving, hateful, bored, or playful? Here, let's give you a good look at that. What do you think? Okay. All right, so next we have... Okay. So, this particular individual here, we're going sort of back to humans. Do you think that this person is worried? Do you think that they're sympathetic? Do you think that they're concerned? Or do you think that they're lustful? You know, lustful in particular is one that I want you to take a bit of a think on. As an extraterrestrial being, I'm sure you are not used to the kind of advances that humans tend to give, right? So, you know, we want to make sure that you're ready when you go down. Yeah. So, let's go over the options again. Worried, sympathetic, concerned, or lustful. Okay. And then last one, again, another sixth one, just as an extra. This last one here. Do you think that this person is pensive, avoidant, lustful, or bothered? Let me read it again. Are they pensive, avoidant, lustful, or bothered? Okay. Good job. Okay. You did fantastically, but I do think there's a few little hiccups that we need. It's particularly just a few little hiccups, okay? So we're just going to do a bit of tapping, a bit of zapping to get some of your brain ready for human interaction, okay? So let's just... Okay, and... Okay. 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 Okay, and then you need to... Okay, I see. Switch wasn't flipped. Okay. Good. Yeah. Great. Okay then, so based off of your results, I'm getting them from the wizard, remember, sort of in tune. based off of your results, I do think that you need a little bit of, the rewiring that I've done is going to make you be able to talk to humans in a way that they understand, and you'll be able to read them pretty well. But I'm a little bit worried about your um, complex emotional readings. In particular, I think that you are quite poor at reading when someone is maybe a little bit of upset. Um, and that is going to be bad because if you go down there, right, as an extraterrestrial being, there's going to be a lot of upset people. Okay. And it's just like not a very good idea for you to go down there. I didn't really ask you very much about like what your deal is as to why you want to go down there. And you know what? It is not my problem. But what is my problem is that you do need to pay us. We've accounted for your vulnerabilities. I've done a bit of work, and we do need at least some form of payment before we move forward. Okay? All right then. Well, you will go ahead and pay the receptionist, and then we will go ahead and get you sorted. Okay then. Bye-bye.